Hello everyone, I'm Stephanie, your CSA coach, and this is week 1 of our CSA season this year. So every Tuesday at 3 o'clock or around there, I will be going live with our share, going over exactly what's in our share, what everything looks like, how to store each item, and then give you ideas of what to use them for. These will be posted obviously live in our Facebook group, and then they'll also be posted on YouTube. A couple of quick announcements. Share pickup is from 1 to 7 p.m. at the farm. Please make sure you check in at the table before doing anything else. And then also make sure you return your crates. So you'll take your crates to your car, unload everything, and then bring the crates back to the return crate section. The farmers reuse them, so make sure they get them back and you do not take them home. Also, make sure you read your emails each week. A lot of information comes home, especially on that Monday email. That's really important. So read that from start to finish, and you shouldn't have any questions. If you do have any questions, reach out to your farmers or hop on our Facebook group and post them there. I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone makes with their first share this week. So let's jump in and get started. So we have our head lettuce. Our head lettuce just gets stored in the fridge in a plastic bag. Don't wash it until you're ready to use it. If you do wash, like if you use some of it and don't eat all of it, then store it in between paper towels in a plastic bag if it's washed, just so that absorbs the moisture. So plastic bag in the fridge, great for obviously salads, but also burgers. These are nice hearty leaves, so you can use them as like a wrap or in wraps and sandwiches and things like that. Just quickly, if you are new and you haven't joined us in years past or last year, we talked about these Debbie Meyer green bags. These are really worth the investment. They're not expensive. You can get them right on Amazon. I think I got a variety pack of all different sizes, and these work fantastic for any greens or anything that needs to go in plastic. They're reusable. I just wash them, eat in between uses, dry them out, and then use them again. So that's what I'll be putting my lettuce in. So that's lettuce. We also have our bag lettuce. We got a pound of bag lettuce. I leave this right in the bag and put it in. This is probably the first item that you're really going to want to use over either tonight, tomorrow night, Thursday night, for the next 2 to 3 days. Great for salads. So if you go on to the blog, there are a ton of recipes for using salad greens, putting together salads, different types of salad dressings. You could do, I know there's a strawberry salad on there, or maybe it's like a grilled chicken salad with strawberry dressing. So you can use your salad greens for salad. Also, think outside the box. So salads are not necessarily just for lunch and dinner. They're great for breakfast too. So you could do like a quiche with a side salad for breakfast as well. So that's our salad mix. We also have kale. So kale is going to get stored in the fridge in a plastic bag, preferably unwashed. Kale can be used it can be eaten raw or cooked. So we can just simply saute it and use it as a side. We can make like a massage kale salad. I know on the blog there's a kale Caesar salad that's really good, and I'm pretty sure my recipe this week will focus on kale. So if you want to put this off to the side for the next day or two, come Thursday, there should be a recipe that involves kale, as long as it goes well. But this is great. If you're not going to use this, and we'll get to the spinach next, if you're not going to use those items, you know you have a lot going on for Memorial Day weekend, you're traveling, whatever, great to make green cubes out of. So go to our page, all of our documents that we have, and there's a green cube info page that would help you use up this and or the spinach if you're not going to use them right away. Okay, so spinach is stored the same way, in a plastic bag. I throw it in the Debbie Meyer green bag. I do not wash it until I'm ready to use it. Blooming Glen Farms spinach is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite. I rarely cook it because it's so tasty and yummy by itself, so I just usually make a spinach salad with one, it's actually, I do have a favorite dressing that I've made, but the strawberry dressing would be delicious on it with some sliced strawberries, which is on the blog. And then there's also a jalapeno or a hot pepper honey dressing that I like to use on it as well. So stored in the fridge. You can eat this raw, you can eat it cooked. It's great as a side. It's great as like an addition in adding it to like a frittata, a quiche, what else? Smoothies, great in smoothies. And just sauteed. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of stuff, but at least gives you a few ideas. We also received parsley. So parsley we want to store in the fridge. Parsley is great as a garnish. It's also great to throw into soups, stews, salad dressings. If you're not going to use it right away and would prefer to preserve it, you can actually lay it between layers of paper towels, put it in a Ziploc bag, and put it in the freezer. You can also dehydrate it. So 2 ways to preserve it. When you go to store this, we want to store it in a glass jar in the fridge. So I just store it like this, but you can also put a bag over top to keep the moisture in. I just constantly check to make sure that there's a little bit of water in here. I don't fill my glass all the way up because then it's just gonna get spilled by my kids. So that's how I store it, and then I'll chop off pieces as I need it. Okay, we also have spring onions and green garlic, and they look very similar. So these are spring onions. So how do I tell the difference? Spring onion, green garlic. The green garlic, do we see the tops look much different? The spring onions look like scallion tops. So spring onions are a milder onion. They're basically between an onion, flavor profile wise, they're kind of between a scallion and an onion. So a scallion is really mild, a spring onion is in between, and then an onion would be the strongest. You can eat the entire part, the tops and the bottoms. So tops are great for sautés, stir fries. We are going to grill them tonight. So I'm gonna wash them, keep them whole, clean them up, and we're gonna throw them right on the grill. We're having steak, so this is gonna be a side with the steak. These get stored in the fridge in a plastic bag. If you don't have a bag that's big enough to hold all of this, put the bottoms in and let the tops hang out. You can also cut them. So cut them and put them, maybe wrap them in a paper towel, and then put it all in the fridge. So those are our spring onions. Super tasty, great on the grill. You can also roast them. So if you don't want to grill, you can throw them in the oven. Our green garlic. So if you read the email from this week, green garlic is showcased. So take a look at that. It gives you all kinds of ideas of what to use this for. There's also a ton of recipes on the blog. I'm pretty sure there's a green garlic dressing. But this is a milder version of garlic. So anything that calls for garlic, you can use green garlic in. It's just a fresher version of garlic, and it will be milder. You can eat the whole thing. The top is a little bit harder. So this is going like this. The down here is going to be tender. This is going to be a little bit. You're definitely going to want to saute it. If you don't want to use this portion, chop that off and throw that in your veggie bag, your veggie scrap bag. And our veggie scrap bags, we throw in the freezer, keep them in the freezer till they get good and full, and they make great additions to our veggie broth. There's a veggie broth PDF in our files that helps you create veggie broth. So green garlic stored just like our spring onions in the fridge, in a bag. Great for just about anything you love garlic in. So you can use it fresh, you can use it on salads. These can be grilled, these can be roasted, and they can be sauteed, and they can be added to lots of different dishes. Okay, a couple more items. We did have pick your own strawberries. So we got to pick 2 quarts of beautiful strawberries, one of my favorite things to pick on the farm. These get stored in a colander or something that drains. If you're gonna leave them in a plastic container, I would put paper towels on the bottom, just so you wanna pull the moisture away from the strawberries, otherwise they'll get mushy. You do not wanna wash these. Don't wash these until you're ready to use them. They get stored in the fridge. Once washed, you definitely want to use them right away if possible. If you're not going to use them right away, then you can take off the hulls, wash them, take off the hulls, and you can freeze them. So they're all easily frozen. So these are great just as is. Great snack. Would be wonderful on our salad greens. Pairs really well with the spinach. Great in baked goods. So you can do like pies, crumbles, things like that. If you freeze them, they are wonderful in smoothies. So you could do like a spinach and strawberry smoothie, would be delicious. That's our strawberries. We also could pick, we had the option to pick chamomile blossoms or chives or chive blossoms, those 2 herbs. So the herbs that we're able to pick, there's red stakes in the ground, or red flags. You can go to those and pick those. So I've already made my chamomile water that will go in the fridge and will be ready by tomorrow. If you don't know what this is or don't know how to make it, there is a video of it from last season that Trisha did. So you can go to either our YouTube channel and find that, or just look in our search engine on this group and look for chamomile, and that video will come up. The last 2 items we have are our oatmeal. So this is organic oats from Morganics. Wonderful for hot oatmeal. You could do overnight oats. You could make oat milk. You could grind it up and make oat flour. You can use it in baked goods. This is gonna be best if you store it in the fridge or the freezer. It's gonna keep its freshness better. And you can store it right in here or put it in a glass jar. The other item we got was popcorn. This is right from the farm. There's a lot of information on popcorn from last season. I did a whole blog post that went over how to pop it, and also some seasoning options and like a sweet treat option for the popcorn. This is best stored in the freezer. And one note, I put these on the bottom and then threw all my veggies over top. This got damp, so don't do that. Keep your bags separate from your vegetables for future reference. I'm gonna put this in a glass jar and then I'm gonna store it in the freezer. That's where it's gonna store best and will keep the best for me. So that's our popcorn. And I think that's it. So thank you for joining me for week 1. If you have any questions about storage or about what to use items for, or you're stuck, let us know on the Facebook group or reach out to any of us. And we hope to see lots of posts on what you use your first round or first share from the CSA. Take lots of pictures and keep us posted on what you make with everything. Thank you. I will see you all next week.